Hey everybody, welcome back to the Runs Living channel. This is my review of the saiga 7.62 by 39. This is made by the Izmash factory. It's also called the Canra. I might not be saying that last part right, but it's C-A-N something like R-A. This is made in the Izmash factory. This is one of the only ways, we're talking semi-automatic here. This is one of the only ways to get a true AK. It's made out of the original factory, the Izmash factory that Mikhail Kalashnikov worked in up until somewhat recently and made AKs and newer versions of AKs. Everything else is actually a AK variant. This is one of the only examples of a true AK. That being said, it's not one of the hardest AKs to get. It comes with a sporterized footstock on it, and this is one of the ways that they imported in to the US. And actually, if you keep this on, this buttstock here has a whole lot of storage in it, and so does this up here. There's a separate little bit of storage right up there. But they get it in with that and with the 10 round magazine. This magazine works perfectly with the rifle. It's a double stack 10 round magazine. You don't want to throw this away, not that you would with a new firearm, but it's especially good at the range and with bench rest shooting. It doesn't stick out nearly as far as the 30 round mag, and in my opinion, for carrying around in general, it is a whole lot more, well, it's lighter, it just gets in the way less of this big 30 round magazine, and I love that we can have them, and I love that I have them and do use them, but I'm just saying, don't underestimate the value of what these 10 round mags and what comes with it. These say Izmash on them. Keep them, they definitely have a purpose. While we're on the magazines, there's two kinds of magazines that you're going to need to use for this saiga. There are saiga specific mags, unfortunately. That's one of the things that goes along with buying these saiga rifles. One, you can get a Surefire magazine. That's what's in there right now. That's said to be the higher quality magazine. It also costs a little more. It's about $30, whereas the Pro Mag example here is about $20 in 2012 market. They both hold the same amount of rounds. People say these are way better. What I can tell you from my own experience is that they feel better in the hand and they go in slightly easier. You pay a small price for the going in slightly easier. While it's even questionable for me to even mention the word mag wobble because AKs that have mag wobble problems really have mag wobble problems. I would call it about 3 to 5% mag wobble with this Surefire magazine, whereas the less expensive Pro Mag has what I would call zero mag wobble, but it is slightly harder to get in. And when I mean slightly harder, like 1%, it's just the nature of the beast. The Surefire goes in just a little bit more naturally than this, about 1%, and it has about 3 to 5% more mag wobble than this Pro Mag. But don't be afraid of these Pro Mags. I've had no problems with them as far as functionality, and they fit nice and tight with zero mag wobble. As soon as you wear them in by inserting them and taking them out a few times, they'll get just a few little wear marks in all the right places, and everything will be pretty good with them. This is it's the Tapco T6 Fusion. It's basically the answer to your problem of having this, and it comes with a 6-position stock, a saw style grip. There's a compartment under here. I've heard someone say, what's with the flimsiness of the compartment, this or that? There's nothing wrong with it. It works fine, and you can fit just a little bit of stuff in here. And the more stuff you have in here, the more pressure it puts on the mechanism in here to hold it in. There is, if you look closely, a right way to put the spring in and like a wrong way. So if you look closely, you should have no problem. It's a benefit. It's a hollowed out area that you're not using. You can put a couple extra rounds or some kind of, survival gear in there. Back here on the 6-position stock, it comes with a butt plate. I don't have mine on there because I don't really see any reason for it, and I don't see any benefit by it. To me, it's just extra weight. To you, if you want it, go for it. On a side note, there is one reason why you might use that butt plate, and it's for another video. It's called, I'm having trouble finding it on my notes here. Yeah, here it is. It's, if you look on YouTube, it's something pretty close to under Tapco bump fire video. I know there's all kinds of bump fire videos, but there's not going to be many that are listed as Tapco T6 bump fire video. And I'm not necessarily recommending it or not recommending it. I'm just saying that it's pretty cool, and there might actually be a reason why you, with the right licensing or possibly without the right licensing, might come up with a use for this and the spring that's in there. But it's a cool video, so I thought I'd mention it. Again, I have nothing to do with that video, so don't even ask me about it. This is the Tapco T6 Intrafuse. It costs about $62.99. 6-position, adjustable stock, 12-style grip, rubber butt pad, all the necessary mounting hardware. If this is one of your first, quote, gunsmithing things that you're going to do, there are only 3 screws. And I can promise you, pretty much no matter how bad you mess up, you're not going to mess up this installation on this. It is pretty much foolproof. Once you have this done, one of the only other main AK differences is going to be this front forend. And it's a slightly different forend. If you take a look to a standard AK variant, it is slightly longer and fully covered gas tube. What that does is, since it has a fully exposed gas tube up the top here, in my opinion, it helps keep the entire firearm cooler to the touch. To the point where I don't wear gloves with this firearm. I always wear gloves with the other AK variant that you just. While I'm on the topic of basically conversions and stuff like that on the forend, you will definitely, if you want to do a conversion on this, you will definitely have to change not only the furniture on it, but the gas piston will probably be different. You can also move the trigger guard 2 inches forward. There's other videos on that on YouTube. It doesn't look that difficult to do, but you will have to replace certain trigger parts, like to a Tapco G2, either single hook or double hook. I think it's a single hook on this one. The bottom line is that you're going to end up spending nearly as much money and parts to do a full conversion. And when I mean full conversion, I mean full conversion including the front end. And unless you want to enjoy the process of undergoing that and learning, or have the pride of ownership that you did that on yours, you will nearly spend as much money and parts and labor as you do buying, say, an Arsenal redone saiga AK. One of the other parts that I saw one guy doing was the front. Basically, on AKs it's threaded and you have a muzzle brake. On this one, it's covered up. And on one of the videos I saw, he actually dremels around it very carefully and evenly, and under that are standard AK left-handed threaded barrels. It's a chrome line barrel, by the way, too. And so apparently, if you want to get that deep into it, you can actually get the threaded barrel too. It does come with a cleaning rod, but no way with this stock to attach a cleaning rod. By the way, if you really want to change this front fore end without getting non-Saiga, you can get Saiga UTG tactical quad rails for either $69 or $84, depending on the type. You can also get a Saiga Intrafuse. I think it's still a T6 to go along with this handguard for as little as $44. It's going to have an exposed top, which should still help it keep cool, but it's going to have pick rails on the sides or bottom to give you that benefit.